Hello everybody, this is Greg, and this time I'm going to do my spoiler alert. This one's going to be the actual one where I totally spoil it for you. So if you haven't seen the movie, this one you definitely don't watch. The last preview I did with Amy, we totally just kind of didn't do the spoiler, and so we said it was going to be, but we ended up just kind of shying out of it. But this one I'm definitely going to do it, and this time it's going to be by myself. I'm going to talk to you some of the things about the movie. Number one, when I first started watching this movie, I expected that the kaijus were going to actually come in and destroy at some point. Not sure exactly when, but the plot twist that was revealed in the movie is very intense because what happens as you're going through the movie, you're not sure where it's going to come out, and all of a sudden, boom, it comes out, and it's revealed in Charlie Day's character. Charlie Day's character, he ends up becoming a serious villain in the movie, and you kind of expected that from the first movie that he was probably going to do something like that because he had already drifted twice with the kaiju. Later you find out that he actually has like a relationship with one, like pretty much an ongoing relationship where there's a kaiju and he calls it by name Alice. That's pretty much his the one that he's in a sense like drifting with like all the time. So incidentally, by him doing that, he actually becomes like totally invested with the whole precursors, and he in a sense becomes possessed by them. And so when he becomes possessed by them, he goes to the point where he's like making drone robots and everything like that, and they're infected with kaijus, which is amazing. I have a couple questions about that I wanted to ask out there. One of the couple questions, like in terms of the plot twist, I want to know where did he get the original, kaiju brain from to start doing the drifting with? Because, if you look back at all the movies that we watched before, you have it where all the brains died. So the brain that they drifted with the last one, it died too because they had to drift in quick so they can be able to get in there so they can find the information from the baby that was part of the was it Otachi? The Otachi one in Pacific Rim, the first one, and so that brain died in the mom, and also the brain died in the baby. And so what happened if they had to save it? It's just I don't know, but whatever, how they were able to save it, I'm not sure how they did that, but that's kind of a big question for me. The next one is how did they make so many kaijus? They made like a lot of. He made. There was a lot of autonomous robots, and he had some kind of way of catching or making it, or I don't know what he was able to do. Maybe he got a frozen brain or something from that base that was up there. Whatever it was, he was able to cover and have a lot of brains to power a lot of robots, and that was very scary because all the drones were compromised. Let's see. How do they come with so many brains? Well, that was already answered the question. This is why didn't Gottlieb, the other scientist, there were two scientists that drifted. Remember the one Charlie Day's character? I can't remember his name because his name is kind of complex. But the Gottlieb character, the one with the guy with the walking stick, he also. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm recording here, people. He also. Pause button there. I guess the pause button doesn't work. All right. So okay. So what happens is this. How do they? How does he? Why didn't Gottlieb turn? Why did he, in a sense, turn in? Why did he turn when it came down to Because he drifted also. So because he was open to the situation where his mind was also open to the precursors. And another thing too. So what did the Gypsy Danger missed? Because in the very end, when it came down to it, they made Gypsy Avenger into a kind of a missile, and he was able to like fly up, and because he had and he came down full nuclear intensity to hit the kaiju and cause the kaiju to explode. Now, what if that kaiju just jumped out of the way, which it could have just said, "Oh, look, here's a thing coming at me. Let me just move." And had it moved, I guess it would have been a whole different ending to the story. Another thing too, what will happen next? Because at the very, very end of the movie, there's a part where he says, you tell your precursors, whoever's in your mind, that they don't have to worry about coming to us for next battle. We're going to go to them. And I was like, that's so interesting because, I'm not really sure what kind of fight it is. It's like for me in my mind, it's like trying to play a chess game against people who don't play the same rules of chess. So one thing I thought was really amazing was that how when they opened the portals, how the kaijus were able to come up really quick. And I mean that was really cool. A whole bunch of them came up, and that was amazing how they opened the portals, and it was just amazing. And also when the portals closed up after them, and that was also amazing too. So let's see. Another thing too I had a question about was like in terms of physics, like I guess it's a movie. You don't have to have everything perfect, but there's a little robot that was on the back of a big robot, and the little robot was able to jump and change direction in midair, which is like, wait a second. So, but anyway, that was kind of interesting there. And pretty much just want to talk to you about that. Let's see, 5 minutes, 3 seconds. And so just want to say a couple of things there about that. Overall, once again, I liked the movie. I thought the movie was great. I would watch it again like 100 times, and probably will. When I get it, I'm going to probably get all the extra features too. Probably get it on Blu-ray and whatever. Because I like the whole giant monsters, aliens, and giant robots and stuff fighting it out. And it's always good, like Godzilla, and all the giant beasties out there that are really cool. Anyway, so always a fan of stop animation and animation, and and just I'm sci-fi. Anyway, so for the most part though, I just want to say the movie was really good. The plot sequence and twist was really cool to watch. A couple complaints that I have. I don't really have that many complaints, really. I think it was a really good overall movie. My wife and I watched it together, and it was really fun just watching and just enjoying it together. And it was just, I had moments where I was just like, this movie is so awesome. I just kind of shouted out, like, this movie is so awesome. I'm like, it's so cool. And it was really cool because it's just really nice. With all the colors and everything. I mentioned before in my first preview. Anyway, nevertheless, just want to say that. And so this is a spoiler warning. If you heard everything I said and you know the plot of the movie, you know what's going to happen, you know all the situations and the twists. But for the most part, though, I hope you didn't hear this. But my whole take on the whole thing is that I am questioning the other scientists. His switch. Is he going to switch too? He's going to eventually become possessed like Charlie Day is. Are they going to be able to find a way to help him? Also, the guy who got hurt and he got taken out of place was able to climb up the building and punch out Charlie Day, which I was like, okay, that's pretty cool, but also it's kind of weird. And the other thing was the other Jaegers. I mean, they always do a total wipeout of all the Jaegers. They wipe out all the Kaiju, wipe out all the Jaegers, and boom, back to square one again. Can't wait to see the next new, whatever Pacific Rim 3 will be, and then also whatever the new Kaijus will be also. So, just want to see how that goes. I hope it all turned out great. The movie was fun. First movie was great. Second movie was great too. Well, talk to you later. All right, thanks for listening. All right, bye.